Hey, what's up, guys? Meteorologist Doug Hetty. It is Tuesday afternoon. I hope you're having a great Tuesday so far. It's very warm, a little breezy out there, and then very humid as well, as we do have a severe threat once again across the Central Plains for us as we go into the evening hours for us tonight. I technically took this day off because today would be my son's 14th birthday, so I didn't want to work today, but I may have to go into KOAM later. We'll kind of see how this forms. If so, tomorrow's a low severe threat, then I'll take tomorrow off. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, first I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Superior Roofing and Construction. They're a four-state premier roofing contractor, family owned and operated, located here in Joplin, 7th and High Street. I had them do my roof last fall, of course. If you have roofing needs, give them a call. The number's right there on the screen, especially like after a night like last night where the entire county of Vernon County just got pelted with hail and wind damage. So what we're going to do today is we're just really going to look at today and the next 2 days because we have so many severe threats. So we got to take one kind of at a time. And then maybe tomorrow, when severe threat drops a little bit, then we'll go a little bit longer range. But it kind of an overview. It's very active this week into this weekend. Then we have about a week lull where we don't get as much, and then May kind of 22nd, 21st into the beginning of June also very active across the region. So first off, you can see where the big severe threat is today. So in the green, that is a very low threat, and then once you get into the yellow, that's at least a low threat, and then at least an elevated threat once you get across central Kansas into southeastern Kansas. Main threat is going to be hail and wind today, but we can't rule out a few tornadoes as this setup is one that likes to produce a few spin up tornadoes. Plus, I do think we're going to get a few supercells that kind of pop up randomly across Kansas and also parts of Missouri. So right now you can see this cluster in northern parts of Kansas. It's rolling, about ready to take a dive off toward the south and to the east. So that's why we have a severe thunderstorm watch out in effect all the way into southeastern Kansas as we go through the next couple hours. So this watch is out until 6 p.m. So this does include Garnett, Iola, Yates Center, Eureka, Wichita, Emporia, Eclipse, Lawrence, and then Topeka over toward Manhattan. Manhattan's right here. Storms are right on the doorstep of Manhattan and Salina. So let's look at these. These are severe, so we have severe thunderstorm warnings on these. So these are passing through Concordia. Very electric storms. You can see a ton of thunder, a ton of lightning, and we're also getting some wind with these. We're getting winds gusting 60 to 70, pushing ahead of these storms. These are going to start to dive southeast pretty rapidly at about 40 to 45 miles per hour. But at the same time, they're kind of back building just north of Salina and then all the way over toward Russell. So even though this is a line, kind of a complex, it's interesting because we see a few different structures here. We kind of have a bowing structure, meaning bow and arrow. So the winds push out. So you get your winds gusting 60 to 70. But on top of that, we almost kind of have individual cluster supercells, one north of Salina, one north of Ellsworth, one near Russell. And those are the guys that can produce some spin up tornadoes. And this line has had the history of producing a few tornadoes over the past couple hours. Right now, all severe thunderstorm warnings. You can see new severe thunderstorm warning Salina all the way down just north of Great Bend. So this is going to dive southeast. So this will affect this afternoon. Topeka, Lawrence probably clipping at least the south side of Kansas City. Emporia, you're right in line for this. Even back building toward the west near Hutch and Wichita. Once it dives a little bit farther southeast, it's mainly going to affect Yates Center, Iola, Chanute, Fredonia, most of southeastern Kansas. So we'll have to see if a watch gets extended further south and farther south and east as we go through the afternoon hours. Also, on top of that, I wouldn't be surprised if a few supercells kind of pop up ahead of it. You can see a couple little thunderstorms trying to get going, one south of Springfield, one just south of Branson. So a lot to watch as we go through the afternoon. All right, so we got this complex. Let's go through the evening hours. This is going to dive south and east, but at the same time, we'll get individual supercells kind of blowing up ahead of it. So you can see this is now moving into Kansas City, 5, 6 p.m., Lawrence, Topeka, Emporia, back building toward Wichita. As we continue through the evening, it builds into southeastern Kansas. Also, we got this cluster all the way down into southwestern Missouri. So, all the way till about 9 p.m., I think most of Kansas and Missouri and the four-state area has a pretty good severe threat. Again, main threat's going to be hail and wind, but we can't rule out a few random tornadoes. After about 10 p.m., I think our severe threat starts to drop. We're still going to have strong thunderstorms, northeast Oklahoma, southwest Missouri, and a few low-grade severe ones, but I think most of the severe threat at this point in time starts to die off. So let's continue into the morning hours. We start to dry out. Most of us are into the 60s. As we go into Wednesday, we have this little wave that starts to affect Oklahoma, parts of Arkansas. So any severe weather tomorrow, I really think stays down across eastern Texas, and then out across western parts of Kansas. But all these showers and thunderstorms, Oklahoma, Arkansas, some of these are going to be strong. We may get a low grade severe storm, but I think these are just going to be good old thunderstorms. So we're looking into Wednesday evening, showers, thunderstorms continue Oklahoma, Arkansas, up to that I-44 corridor. And then as we go into Thursday morning, it's just kind of light showers. You can see them all through Missouri, through Arkansas, which we need. We need to put a big dent into the drought. Then here comes our next big severe weather threat. So we're going into Thursday now. So we got a big severe threat today, and then again Thursday afternoon. These guys are going to get going out across central Kansas down through central Oklahoma. So this is Thursday evening, and then they're going to drive east. So we'll have to see where they end up as we get into Thursday night. All right, severe threat's going to stick around on Friday as well, and even at least in Missouri and Arkansas, severe threat on Saturday as well. So very active week, of course. Pay attention. So technically, Sam Lane is supposed to be in 5, 6, 9, and 10 tonight, but if I need to, I'll come in to KOM and take off tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. If you have any questions, comments, leave it in the comment section below. Hope you guys are having a great afternoon.